Alright, hello everyone. Benjamin Kallenberg, www.consciousazine.net. Today I was watching a video by the YouTube channel Left Side of the Brain, and the video we're referring to today is Red Light Edition, Having Kids is a Form of Spiritual Abortion. Today's date's the 31st of the 10th, 2018. Now before we get into this, I just want to say I don't attack people, I attack philosophies. And I've just seen a few videos where he's put this nihilistic viewpoint across, and nihilism is essentially meaninglessness. That it's meaningless, give up, die now. It's like the youngest of all philosophies, I said at the start of another video. But I thought in this video it was just like, well, my comment actually is down here, what I wrote under his video. Let's see, here. Man, you are just shitting on yourself with this one. Looked to me like he just shat himself. It was a mess. I suggest you attain whole brain, not just one side of it, because his channel's actually called Left Side of the Brain. By the way, nihilism doesn't gain you immortality, because he mentioned immortality. Every second sentence in this video was contradictory. So that's what I put under the video. That's my opinion. I'm allowed to have my opinion. Now let's get into it, because in my opinion nihilism is the youngest philosophy there is. It's basically saying don't even bother, don't even think. Look up what nihilism means. Basically meaninglessness, when I'm saying the exact opposite. I'm saying that the universe, every little thing that happens has full meaning. Everything happens for reason and meaning, and nihilism is the opposite of that. Therefore, it is the youngest philosophy, if it even can be considered a philosophy. It's basically unphilosophy. Sorry to newspeak. So, organic portal correcting. This is my video title today. I'm not saying that he is an organic portal. He is clearly not an organic portal. But I do organic portal videos, so does he. I've listened to many of his videos. I'm not saying I no longer respect him, or I'm not doing anything stupid like that today. And, I just think that what he's saying has unbalanced young philosophy to it, and it's about children, this video. Having kids is a form of spiritual abortion, was his video title down here. So this is my video title, the title of the video today that I'm speaking. Yeah, so in this video I'm basically directly talking to him as well, and his followers, as well as the general public, like I always do, because I notice they follow blindly and they're nihilistic themselves. Sorry about the spelling errors. I write these things up very quickly. And don't do that under my videos. Don't agree with me, either add or disagree, but I don't want a bunch of yes-menning, and because that's you guys giving up your thinking. You can say, hey Ben, great video under some of my videos. That's cool. I have no problem with that. That's not yes-manning. Understand the difference. Now, to be honest, I literally felt like I got dumber from this video. Sorry bro, but this was not your best video. It was anti-information. There was no information given, only rhetoric. Do you understand what rhetoric is? Here, I got the definition for you guys. Language, this is rhetoric, the web definition. Language designed to have a persuasive or impressive effect, which most definitely, if we look at the video title alone, on its audience, but often regarded as lacking in sincerity or meaningful content. He might well be sincere about his thoughts on nihilism, but it's definitely not meaningful content. It's meaningless, yeah? Nihilistic. You've got the whole tone of nihilism upon your video, upon most of your videos, which I get. Things are bad out here. In fact, they're terrible. At least half of the world's population is impoverished, we're all in pain, and so on and so forth. That's why I keep reiterating, get out of pain. All pain is associated with positive charge. Get grounding, get connecting to the universe. Don't disconnect from it by being nihilistic and say, oh, it doesn't even matter. Because if I was nihilistic, I wouldn't ground. I wouldn't stand barefoot on ground because I'd say, what's the point? That's what nihilism is. It's the exact philosophy of saying it doesn't even matter, just give up. So if you're putting that forth, you're actually becoming being a negative-souled human. You're not being a positive-souled human, and positive-souled human doesn't mean being uber-positive, happy-go-lucky, that crappy New Age type of mindset you see a lot of people in. That's half of the coin, half of the side of the coin. But so is being one side of the brain, yeah? Anyway. So he states having a child is a form of spiritual abortion in this video, and you're ripping a child from its higher realm mother. That's his words, that last sentence, if you watch the video. That's conjecture, bruz. Conjecture, yeah? I'm not going to get every definition like I did with rhetoric, but that's conjecture. There was absolutely no info or information given to explain the statement. What higher realm? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by the mother of what? The spirit of the mother of the spirit that you're bringing into a baby. I thought it was not well explained at all. That's why I said here, well, what mother? And this, like, say you were listening to, and actually he talks against, like spiritual people in this video as well. Say you were listening to a yogi, for instance. They at least would explain the stuff to you. There was no explanation. It's conjecture. It's clear to see for everyone. It's the most nihilistic giving up philosophy. Don't play at all. And I saw that in the comments underneath the video. Yeah, what's the point? I don't even play. Well, again, I'm going to have to say this again. I've addressed this in another video. Basically, I was aiming that video at him, but this time I'm putting your name in my mouth, bro. Because you can't stop me. I'm allowed to speak. So don't play at all. And I saw this comment under the video, and that's what nihilism is. But the thing is, you came into life, yeah? Into this body, into life, into the third dimension to not play the game of life. Really? That's negative-souled human behavior. You're being negative, yeah? Negging. And clearly acidic, satanic thinking, in my opinion. And in my opinion, it's because he's living ungrounded in a city, and is eating toxic foods. Like he has a video titled something like, check out this ugly organic portal, while he's going through the McDonald's drive-thru. We all know the deal with McDonald's, come on. And I'm sure more, like toxic food and toxic stuff. But these are toxic thoughts, that's what I'm trying to say. And unbalanced. The entire channel name is Unbalanced, yeah? Left side of the brain, only half of the brain. I'm not saying he is a Mason. I have no idea. I don't know him that well, and I don't even care if he was a Mason, but he did basically state in a video, or he exactly said in one of his videos, I'll always be 33. Last time I went to that last live stream, Us vs Them, was the live stream recently. I couldn't view the live stream again, so I don't know if he's taken it down or not, but I remember him stating in that, someone rang up, he had a hotline, and they said, how old are you or something, and he said 33, I'll always be 33. And it looked to me like he was referring to, the 33 degrees of Freemasonry. Anyway. Always 33, hey? I wonder what he could be talking about. Anyway. And yeah, I have saw a hate video against him. That's not what this is. I attack philosophies. I don't hate him personally at all. But I did see another video saying that he's always flashing 666 or 6 symbols at the start of his video countdown entrances, and I mean, you can just see that with his hands. So those two things together start to make me suspicious. But anyway, he also is all about hiding his face from the system within it. Yeah, he's within the system, he goes to work, he has a job. I refuse to work for the beast system. I don't want to put any of my energy into the beast system. Organic Portal videos are all about energy stealing and where to put your energy. So this is relative. And I'm trying to create matrix escape velocity, in fact. So show your face, is my opinion. Don't hide your face. Because you're not going to, get as far within the system trying to escape the matrix while you're within it, yeah? Anyway, I'll leave that for another video. I've already explained some of that anyway. Yeah, I find not all, but I find many of his philosophies very young and unrefined. Clearly unbalanced over masculine he is as well. That means he's not had the divine marriage of the divine masculine and divine feminine energies in every souled human. And he's overly left side of the brain, which is very clear. He's even called the channel that, but the way he thinks is clearly left side of the brain thoughts. Why don't you study each hemisphere of the brain and then realize that a magnetically suspended rainbow bridge can be created called the Antakarana, or higher mind. So, bruz, left side, if you're always talking about, higher knowledge, you should be more balanced, because you would be creating the rainbow bridge between hemispheres and having a whole mind, so to speak, and the brain is not the mind anyway. Then you're still pre-iridescent view of consciousness, Sheridan's view of consciousness, that's where we're kind of up to, iridescent view of consciousness. But if you're talking about the brain as the mind, you're even before Sheridan's introduction of the iridescent view of consciousness. You're in the clump brain view. You think the brain is the clump of consciousness. Anyway, he also said, and you can hear this by watching the video, everything outside his channel is not worth your time. Really? Okay, so people like my channel is just worthless. Okay. Well, I have to 100%, not even 99%, but 100% disagree with that one. To say that is, sounds like another ad hoc energy grab and the youngest philosophy ever. Yeah? Isn't it? To say, no other YouTube... What if I say to you right now, hello everyone, no other channel outside my YouTube channel is worth your time. It's all crap. What are you going to think of me? So how does this guy get so many likes? Well, because he's clearly got a bunch of yes men. There's no other way. Really not sure how you can make much more of an egoic statement, yeah? Saying, and listen to the video, I'm not making this stuff up. I can't believe he can make this stuff up, but, no, it doesn't make me lose respect for you, it just makes me think, that's silly to say. That's all. So no other channel is worth anyone's time, just his channel. Is that right, left side? Okay. Can you believe how arrogant you would have to be able to make such an ignorant, that's ignorant, isn't it? Statement. Is that not ignorant? He's literally saying ignore all other channels. Yeah? That's called ignorant, yeah? To ignore, ignorant. To ignore, ignorant. Okay. He doesn't want to feel positive about the world. That is called negativity. So you're being nihilistic, you're saying it's meaningless, you're being negative. This is not the most vectorized, immortal creating philosophy you could come up with, my friend. Go back to the drawing board is my opinion. Wow, such valuable... Sorry about all the spelling mistakes. Like I said, I typed this up very quickly. Wow, such valuable insights. That was not a waste of time at all, watching that video. Give up, be nihilistic. See how far you get with that. Philosophy, being nihilistic. I bet none of his followers will ever create a great work or focus any magnus opus. Because how can you if you think it's all meaningless? What I'm saying is every single thing that has ever occurred and ever will has reason and meaning. And so it's up to you, even though it might be very, very, very difficult to see it, to see how so. And that's the opposite of nihilism. Let's call it meaningism. Okay, anyway. Yeah, but if you follow the philosophy he's putting forth, guys, they either by following his philosophy must give up their life or give up spiritually, as that's what nihilism is. And if you give up spiritually and you become as negative as him, or more, which I see some of his followers are, you've got only one choice left besides killing the body. Join the system, because you're giving up spiritually. You're saying, well, it doesn't matter, because you just gave up on any matrix escape velocity. By the way, you would create emotional pain. Another thing he said was something about creating, why would you create emotional pain? Well, I can tell that you've got emotional pain and you need to be grounding because it's associated with positive charge. But by the way, you would create emotional pain as it's energy motional. It creates movement or motion, that's why. So I mean, every single philosophy in this particular video that he made, I thought was really, I think you're slipping, and I thought that was not good. I used to like a lot of your videos. I'm still going to be watching, and I still have as much respect for you as I ever did, because my respect doesn't change if a soul sticks to a stupid philosophy or something. That doesn't make them lesser a soul. You know, they've just basically given up their spirits. It doesn't make the soul less, it makes them more their body than their soul. Anyway, I found this video of his to be one of his worst. Every second sentence was contradictory to the last sentence. It's just my opinion. Go look at it. Yeah, and you're saying something about immortality. Well, you're not going to get it by nihilism. So donate to left side of the brain who hides his name and says everything's pointless anyway. So what's the point donating your energy to him then? Sounds kinda contradictory. consciousazine.com Chronicles. Now listen, I'm all for, not stopping or preventing, because that's Black Alliance behaviour. To try and create a harder, denser, smaller, more law-filled reality. I'm just all about creating law, L-O-R-E, not L-A-W. And look, I'm just talking against the philosophy here of the nihilism and stuff like this, because I think some people are going to take this the wrong way. left side, not everybody is like a 30-year-old, you know, there's going to be some teenagers and stuff which might take the nihilistic viewpoint too seriously and actually kill themselves, you know what I'm saying? So you got to be a little bit more careful, bro. Like, that's really why I created this video, to begin with. Because I'm definitely on the same page as him and others trying to say, why are you all popping out, you know, so many babies? That, you know, at this point of the game seems ridiculous. It looks like we're in a bit of a closed system. I don't see us going to the stars anytime soon. Let's not get into flat earth theory or anything like that. I'm just saying it doesn't look like we're going anywhere too soon. So we're in a closed system. And, you know, we've got this 10 billion population creeping up, and I'm not for creating more babies. Definitely I'm not for it. I'm not against it either, but I'm warning against it because we're in a closed system, and I understand that's what he's doing with his video as well. That's the only positive thing I can see with that video and video title, you know, because having kids at this point of the game is like creating more resource gobbling goblins, you know. I'm not calling all children goblins, but it was just like a little quip to say, you know, we're in a finite system, basically. We're not going to Mars anytime soon, no matter what they tell you at NASA. If you believe that crap, you should probably turn off my videos too, but anyway. You know, we're in a system here where it doesn't look like we're going to mine asteroids too soon, and we're not going to go to Mars, which has 6 times the iron ore as Earth, too soon. Doesn't even look like we're headed back to the moon, does it now? So yeah, I'm not for creating more babies when we have like these resource problems already, especially to do with water, which is just more fundamental than food. Before food comes pure water and salt. So, I mean, to balance your body. So, I mean, you know, we're basically entering water wars, and that's just my way of saying we've only got a certain amount of palladium, we've only got a certain amount of certain minerals that can get us to the stars, so to speak. So, my point is that, you know, I'm not saying like, yeah, go nuts with babies. I'm definitely on the same page as him and everyone else who is sort of talking against popping out more children at this stage of the game, because it seems a bit ridiculous, and it is slightly, it's not a demonic act like he is directly saying all the time, oh, it's so demonic to have babies. That's not what I'm saying at all. You're bringing about life. It's the complete opposite. But at this point of the game where we're putting lives into the system we have right now, the hangover at the end of human history, I call it, in the next couple of 100 years, is the hangover at the end of history, or the convalescence at the end of history, the gradual healing, you know, of the toxic entrails of human culture. It doesn't seem a great time entering a dark totalitarian tunnel here to bring about more babies in a finite system. You know, it's just like creating more resource gobbling to extract more energy from the planet for, you know, entering it into your personal neurotic nuclear family, stuff like that. That I'm not for, and I'm not with. You know, that I can't get down with that, because it does seem not demonic, but a little bit. I don't know what word to choose, really. I want to save my face there. But, you know, I'm not usually one to save face, but I'm not saying don't have children, and I'm not saying do have children, but I'm saying, you know, it just seems a little bit of a incorrect time to have children, because to add to the world a child who's going to take more resources and may well add to the problems, instead of, say, going the soul road, and entering your soul more and doing a magnus opus instead of having your resources and your life, because your life kind of gets stolen when you create a child, yeah? And that's why he makes these videos, and I totally get that. You kind of forfeit your spirituality and your spiritual path when you have a child. Not totally, definitely not totally, because there's many ways around it, like passive income, yeah. But, so I mean, that's what I mean. His philosophies are very young, in my opinion, and you can talk about this much more in depth than he does. He definitely talks on the surface level on this stuff, in my opinion. For instance, yeah, okay, you kind of forfeit your path of your spiritual path and creating your great work, something that you give to the world that doesn't take resources, but perhaps even your great work or model of reality teaches how to use resources better. So the point is, you kind of, in a way, are giving your energy to creating the child, you know? You have to bring it up, you have to raise it, you have to get a job and support your child. And so I get that. You're kind of, instead of putting your energy into your great work, putting your energy into your child as your great work, when it's just going to eat more resources. And at this point where we've got all this trouble in the world, it just doesn't seem the smartest idea, is what I'm putting forth. So yeah, that's pretty much my summarization of all this. Alright, look, after creating this, I definitely realised, you know, I have attacked him personally a bit as well. Even though I said at the start I don't attack people, I attack philosophies. Yeah, look, things got a little bit heated because of one thing I said back there. There could be some very depressed people already nihilistic enough listening to a video like this and some of his other videos, and if you're the carrier, well, you're in the way of the philosophy, so of course you're going to get attacked. You're like the middleman. But yeah, look, the reason it got so heated up a bit over this one was because it's not the first video I've seen him be very nihilistic in, and I really think that's the opposite of what we should be doing as positive-souled human vectors. And it's not just I'm going strongly with my belief or something. It's just that it's obvious that, you know, someone could take this to heart the wrong way. I mean, the nihilistic philosophies he's putting forth, and, you know, seriously suicide and so on. So that's why things got a little bit heated for me. Plus, I'm a philosopher, and when you're nihilistic, the opposite of philosophy, basically, it's bound to get a bit heated in the ring.